Hi, it's Jon Binnie. I want to say a massive thank you to Manda at Lotus Leo. And this is a testimonial for her incredible services that she offers in readings, in energy scans, and healings. And to explain a little bit about the journey that I had with Manda. So, way back in January 2021, and it's now 2024, I had my first session with Manda. And what happened was I booked a session with her online, and I'd seen a lot of her content on Instagram and just really resonated with her energy and like her fire and her passion for life. And I felt like that I could trust Manda with my energy, with my body. And I was very new at that time to these sorts of things like tarot readings and energy healing and spirituality. And at that time in January 2021, I was at like the peak of my 26-year career in software engineering, working in a global corporate, working, I'm not even sure, like 60, 70 hours a week. And I was on the edge of breaking. And I remember feeling guided to like connect with Manda, and I felt like I needed messages and guidance in my life at that time that would help me on my journey. And with Manda, I booked a session, and she followed up pretty quickly in just a few days later. And the night that it happened, my son had been suffering from night terrors for many years. And so he'd wake up like screaming in the night. And at that time, it was really intense. And myself and my wife would take in turns to sleep in my son's room. And that night, I put down like a little kind of very uncomfortable camp bed on my son's floor and lay down to go to sleep, knowing that I'd have to wake up, early to go to my job. And it was a really stressful time, and I didn't know how the lack of sleep would affect me. It was a dark and stressful time. And when I booked the session with Manda, she said that she would like record it and send it on to me later. And I just remember as I closed my eyes that night, I felt this like energy come through, and it was Manda's higher self. Like she came through very clearly to me, like a guardian angel. She just like came through to me very softly and just said, "It's me, Manda. I'm doing this energy healing on you now. Just fall into sleep and relax, and I will do this for you. You can, you can trust me." And there's this really beautiful energy. And so I just fell straight to sleep. And when I woke up the next day, it was shocking to me, like truly shocking, that what I had felt for years was this like really heaviness, I'd describe it like a cloud of heavy weights around my lungs and around my heart. And the harder I worked in any given day, like the heavier that became. And it was horrible. And I knew the only way I could clear it at that time, the only way I knew how to, was to go on holiday, to go on vacation. And when I woke up after Manda's energy clearing, it was like night and day. It was like I had been on a vacation for a month. And so I was really shocked and a bit confused. I was like, how do I feel so good? Like, how do I feel like I've just been on this like huge vacation? And then I was just so ready for like the day. I was like, I had the energy. I was like, I'm ready for the day. Let's go. And I looked at my watch, and I had a watch at that time that told me how much sleep I had. I had very few hours sleep. I only had like 4 hours sleep or something. So that was really incredible to me. And just that experience alone, like knowing that that energy affects you so much physically, like it was physically painful to have this heavy weight on my chest. And just to know that that's even possible, that was a paradigm shift in my reality. I just felt like this is this changes everything for me. This changes everything about my life, because I did not know this was possible. And I did not know, first of all, I was in such a bad state before. And then after, to see the effect that I could experience was just incredible. And if I reflect back on the recording that Manda then sent on the next day, I mean, it was just spot on. She said, now I haven't watched it back since. I'm just remembering what she said. She said things like, she showed me this picture, this tarot card of a warrior with a sword above his head, and there's like lightning going into the sword, and like a very powerful warrior. But she was saying, like, I'd lost my fierceness. And I absolutely had. Like, I had beaten it out of myself from just like grueling, punishing years of investing in a career that was not fulfilling to me and was very stressful. And a big thing that I was doing to myself, like this heaviness in my chest, was like constantly dimming my light, like constantly just agreeing with people pleasing, trying my best and getting on, and just like literally sucking up that energy and storing it here. And that was horrible, so horrible. I remember, so that was one thing she said, like, find your fierceness again, like, follow the things that bring that back out in you. Whether it's, music, shouting, singing, dancing, speaking your truth. Like, she gave some really good, practical advice. And then she also, I remember she found like some cords, so like energetic cords attached between me and other people. And I'll never forget, she had these little scissors, and she just said, here are my small but mighty scissors. And she just cut through these cords. And I remember watching it back and like feeling these cords just being cut. And that felt so liberating, like I was no longer drained. She also did, like, as she was scanning through me, did an energy scan through me. She was like just pulling out like anything that no longer served my highest good, like little negative energies and entities. There was a lot more in the reading. It was a 30-minute reading, and they were the things that were most profound for me. The effect that it had on me was it changed my paradigm to make me want to get readings from other people, to experience this myself, and perhaps one day help others. And that's exactly what I did. I went on a journey of exploring readings with other people, having healings, and then I began learning it myself. And so my awakening started in 2017, and with Manda's like first kind of energy healing for me, shifted my reality. And I began on this journey with help from others, including Jenny at Starseed Academy, like really getting started on doing that practice myself. So I started doing it for friends and then clients over time. And forward wind to 2024, I've been doing quantum energy healing for people for like hundreds of sessions, and energy healing, clearing, protection, past life regression, soul fragment retrieval, activating people's gifts, like the list goes on. And I'm busy building my own business now to go off and do this full time. And as of today, start teaching my own training course called Higher Self Foundational Training, where I'm teaching my first 8 people who are like Reiki healers and tarot readers and artists that channel and create by connecting with their guides and spirits. Like these are people that I'm helping and helping others through them. And so I want to just reflect on this big moment for me and the gratitude I have for Manda. And if you have any resonance with her energy or any resonance with this story, please book her in for a session. Like, you won't be disappointed. She's a very powerful, loving human and soul. And she changed my life in that moment. And that paradigm shift for me, I hope that happens to you as well. I hope that you have that beautiful, magical experience. So it's my honor to share Manda with the world, and may she have all the success, both with you and her future. Thank you. Sending love from Scotland.